Yes.
I'm sure
So
that-
you are going to start about this is the
Exactly.
oldest. This is the oldest post box.
This happens to be one of the oldest post boxes currently functioning in India. When I say oldest, I mean functioning post box, which gets cleared. If you just drop a letter card here, it will be cleared today only. It is cleared from our postal department. So there are people who are coming down here, putting the letters, just as a memory for them having been here. So that's the legacy we have.
Part of the hotel experience is also organizing these kind of walks at the property. So we've got some letters as well, so you can write some letters to your loved ones, to yourself, to your family. So we have pens and letters as well as the postcards, so please feel free.
Thank you so much. That's a lovely, lovely gesture. Thank you, Shruti.
That's the one good thing. And the second thing I was telling you, since ma'am asked me to repeat it, this is one of the 100 boxes which came to India, where Indian Postal Service was supposed to be commenced. The year? So in the year 1856, yes.
Before the before the
And yes, the building where it is currently situated, this was built in 1887.
1850s.
So 1887 is when this building was built. Matlab, this was just built by one Mrs. Bronson having 10 bedded guest house. Matlab, it was a hotel with 10 beds. It initially started out. Then gradually changed hands, and now it is with the prestigious the Taj, as we all know it. And it has its own value attached to it. And this being under this banner, it adds its own value along with its cultural heritage. So this was cast by Satie and Co. of Scotland at around 1856. This has a crown. What does the crown generally do? It has a marking of the ruling monarch. This has the name of Saint Edward's. This is called Royal Cipher. A crown is set up on such kind of post boxes which carry the name of the royal monarch. So this is one such post box. That's all I had to tell you about this particular post box. Anybody else with a better information or interesting fact, you are welcome. Please come down and share your information.
I'm happy to jump in on one thing which I want Rajendra to also quickly talk about, which is when we were putting this on the heritage trail, it was a very close fight between two places. One was the Taj West End, and the second was IISC. And I was rooting for Taj West End, but my husband is from IISC and has many stories about the postman there, how he remembered everybody's name and who they hadn't written to and why you have not responded to your father for the last 2 months, those kind of stories. So I was delighted, I saw that post box too, it was beautiful, and I was sitting and chatting with Rajendra about this thing. So tell me which one is going to win. He says no. We went back and we found, in terms of functional post office, I think it's this one. This is older than that. So Rajendra, please do say a few words about how did you find that one out?
No, of course, whatever the information that we have got from that, we have said that is a Penfold letterbox.
Very different in style, yeah.
In Indian Institute of Science. And
What fold?
it's called Penfold.
And it doesn't have a crown?
It also has got a crown. It was designed by Roger Penfold. I think.
Yes, and a very different design, very different from this.
So it's a beautiful letterbox. Maybe in some ways that may be more beautiful than this.
Have you guys mapped all the letterboxes in India?
No, not the. I mean, we have our we have an application that tracks all the clearances of these letterboxes.
No, but the old letterboxes
But
in
we
India.
don't have that way. I mean, that complete. History of all the old letterboxes. I don't think we have got unless some of our researchers. I mean, in that case, they may be able to tell more about it. But as a department, I don't think we have a complete history of all the old.
Maybe it's a good time we can start.
Yeah.
It may be an interesting project to take on for somebody who's interested in heritage.
Those who are researchers in this field, yes, we can start.
But that's lovely. So that's
Yes, it is the one with the- It's quite
Marvelous.
different from this.
You should have a look at that,
It's
yeah.
Penfold.
Shruti, would you like to share a few vignettes about the post box, how people react to this in...
But it doesn't have a
older.
crown. It doesn't have a crown.
Maybe I can mistake it.
It's just like a rooftop.
Yeah.
More like the gazebo.
Rajendra, I'm just asking also Shruti to share her experiences as part of the hotel. What is it that you find has been the response by the guests who come in and use it?
So at the hotel, because Taj West End is also a 135-year-old property, having been part of the older Bangalore, the cantonment Bangalore, guests who come here for the colonial charm and such architecture. Part of the experience also as a property also what we do is a heritage walk every evening for all the guests who stay with us at 5 o'clock. So we do this, it starts from the porch and then it takes people, all the guests through the course of the whole property. So it's a 20-acre property with lush greenery and a lot of history. This is one of the oldest post box, of course, as we are here today for. So this is also one of the key highlights of the walk. There is something about some of the vegetation that we have, the greenery, the trees. Those are also, some trees are dating back to 3,000 plus years. And there is a cure for malaria
Malaria,
also found here. So there's a lot of history and facts that are very close to home here. So we talk about them as all of you are, I'm guessing, are history buffs and would like these kind of anecdotes about our own country and the city. So we try to get them as well involved and be part of a bigger,
Wonderful, wonderful. And that's I mean, 3,000 years, people, can you imagine? That's fantastic. We're very proud of Taj West End and literally is in our backyard.
They are existing on the globe 3,000 years ago. Our culture is around 245, 250 years old.
Yes,
And that much is not possible. But more than 1,000 years, things are there.
Yes.
Statues against here, California, they are there more than 1,000 years.
wonderful, wonderful.
Mr. Prasad is our landscape and horticulture expert. So he oversees all of this and he's the one who, along with the concierge, who runs the heritage walk in the evening.
Excellent. Thank you for that input. Really appreciate that.
So we have added some information for your report.
Yes.
Please do.
And we are releasing a set of postcards, heritage postcards, which will include one postcard is on this. So maybe if you would want to have, we can you can get a series of postcards.
They're augmented reality, so they're even better than what you have.
We
Like
were
augmented
experimenting.
reality.
We were experimenting with something like that, but
We should talk to Flipkart, right? They make augmented
We
reality.
made one with Flipper.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did. We made one with Flipper, but it was incidentally it was just about the pandemic time, so things.
Well, good time to revive.
He's the one who
We
done
probably
this.
resumed it.
So Rajinder, do you want to read out from that little thing, or can you read out from there? Would you? Can I just move a little bit?
Building of Taj West End dates back to 1887 when it was housed with 10 beds. Bought by the Taj management in the year 1984. The hotel today stretches over 20 luxurious acres and is home to multiple tokens of the country's past, including one of the country's oldest letter boxes, post box in common parlance. The box was cast by the Sati of Greenock around 1856 and is surmounted by a copy of St. Edward's crown. It is said to be one of the 100 postboxes that were shipped to India from Britain to initiate the Indian Postal Service. The postbox is painted in a classic bright red and is located at the entrance to the hotel lobby. A reminder of simpler times, the postbox is still in use by the guests of the hotel to send postcards to their family, friends, and even themselves. The mail is religiously picked up by a letterbox attendant every day except Sundays.
Wonderful. So let's give a round of applause to the post office staff who come and make sure that they pick it up.
This question, so this plate plaque, which tells you the timing, was original or they added it later? And you still do those 3 timings or it's once a day?
So that's honest. Only one clearance a day. Times change. So thank you so much. So was that interesting, folks? Really, I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. So thank you, Shruti, for hosting us for this.
We have some plans, something else as well planned. So I have some letters with me. So whoever wants to send across a letter, I have some pens. Please feel free to write your letters. And we have a small high tea set up for all of you. Just around here, please, I'll take you tea, coffee,